Ladies and gentlemen, this is Allison Cruz. I welcome you to more Eufloria, which I'm very surprised to see that we were already on episode 4. So let's get started with critical mass, shall we? Every time I think of the word mass, I think of the new pornographers. But anyway, we have isolated outposts somewhere in this quadrant. Find them and free our seedlings if they are still alive. Clear any resistance from the sector, conquer the stepping stone to achieve victory. Now, it seems kind of very pessimistic of our friend there. We're going to go ahead and make breeding trees. Now, luckily, we're not surrounded here, and this is actually kind of one of the more annoying levels, simply because it's so long and big that I'm not sure if we're going to get a second video on this, but we're going to want to get these all pumped up. I don't know if we should devote them for energy, but it looks like we already got a big enemy trying to kill us. Great. Just look at the size of that thing. God damn, he's like huge. Alright, so anyway, that's that. I don't think I've uploaded episode 3 of this yet, which is kind of weird. I'm trying to look into recording stuff more en masse like I used to, but I'm just kind of tired, and I recorded some Shadows of the Damned, but I don't know. I'm feeling really stupid when I'm playing that game because I'm not playing as well as I did when I decided I want to do it as an LP. I'm doing kind of bad at it, but I don't know. It's just kind of, I'm kind of frustrated with stuff at work, and if you guys must really know, there is a woman involved, which is kind of, I don't know, it's really kind of, it's hard to explain. It'd take a really long time, and I'd probably do a really bad job at kind of explaining my feelings and shit like that, which is something you guys probably don't even want to hear because it's just, it's insane, and I don't know, it's just so weird how people can make you feel how they do, and it's, I don't know, it's just, every time I see her, I just don't want to ever do anything ever. It's so, and oh great, we're already getting majorly attacked over here, except we've got defense trees, hopefully, bringing them. Where did they even come from? How could they even reach us? They'd have to go through our other planet, but yeah, it's just, it's crazy, and there's like 0% chance we'll ever be together for more than one reason, but I don't know, I don't really want to talk about it because, I don't know. You never know how these videos make their way around, because apparently the Undergarden videos and the Ilo Milo videos got shown on their Facebook, and you never know what kind of real life people are watching this. Like, well, that sounds really stupid. I meant like people I know in real life are watching this, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, hey, you're talking about so and so. Hey, I can help you. You know, get in good with her." But then it's like, no, I don't want that. If I get with her, I want it to be like, you know, my terms. I don't want to have to explain to strangers why I like this person just so that somebody who isn't supposed to hear what I'm saying about this person hears it and they kind of try and do their own thing, but it's whatever, because I don't know. It's just, it's at this point it's kind of impossible, and I don't really want to give too much away about this specific person, but I don't really know much about them for one, but God, their eyes are like the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life. Like, they're like this vibrant, incredibly, there's like no other word for it. Like, they're blue, they're like this blue I could just get lost in forever. Like, every time she looks at me, I just have to, I don't know what I do. I feel like that moment, the fleeting moment of eye contact that we made with each other is lost because of how profoundly incredible they are. Like, I wish I could just flash a picture of her, but for one, I don't want to sound like a creeper, but I don't have her on MySpace. I don't have her on Facebook, and I don't want to have to, I don't know, I don't have any pictures of her, but I don't know, I don't want to, like, you know, and she's like older than me too. She's, I think, like 22 or 23 or something. I know she was born in February on leap year or leap day or whatever the fuck that day is. I already forgot what it was called. Yeah, pretty much that, and it's kind of interesting because it was funny how she first pronounced my name. She's like I kind of heard her at the corner of my ear because we had never spoken before, and she pronounced it like she had trouble. She was like Elison or something, because she was reading it off the paper, because we have our names on the paper. It shows us what we're working and who's working with who, and she was reading off it, and I was gonna react, but I didn't want to do anything because I didn't want to feel stupid, so I was just like, I kind of just didn't say anything, but then she's like, Elison, and I was like, oh Jesus, and it was incredibly adorable. Like, it was so cute what she did, and I don't know, it was really funny, but oh man. And then the other day she made me check the price for grapes, and She like smiled a lot, so I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking way too much into that, but it's just it's kind of funny because I don't know, it's kind of weird, and we kind of see each other all the time, which is kind of weird because there's this other guy that I used to work with, and we were pretty cool, and we used to talk in the back all the time. Well, not like all the time, that sounds kind of gay, but we used to talk, and you know, oh, this is a very nice strength thing. We're gonna definitely want some trees there. And it was kind of funny though, because we talked, and he was pretty cool. He was like one of those like not theatrical, that's probably a poor word, like one of those kind of jocks, but not really. He was really cool, but he was also like Christian. I'm not saying anything there's bad against people with Christianity, but you know, they're kind of different, and they have their views on, you know, on women and sex practice and such. And I don't know, it's kind of funny because I'm like, well, I don't follow any of those rights, so sorry about that. And so yeah, and he left. He went to Tri-Cities to get a better job, which doesn't involve working produce at a terrible store. Well, I'm not saying it's terrible, I'm just saying it's just kind of not the best out there. There's definitely going to be better than our current work situation. But anyway, so she took, oh, we can't go that way? Fuck, man. Well, we'll just keep going this way. So yeah, and then we're in the back, and I don't know, it's kind of one of those weird situations where, like, I don't know, we don't like particularly dislike each other. I don't know, that sounds really bad. See, I'm doing a really bad job. I mean, I just mean to say, like, we just don't want to like seem too interested in each other is kind of what it seems like, because every time I see her, I kind of try to avert my gaze. I don't like look at her very much. So I don't know, that's probably giving off bad vibes and feeling like it is, because it probably seems like it. And it's probably not the best thing for me to do. I should probably be a bit more outgoing and kind of talk to her a lot more, but I don't know, I don't want to feel awkward because we kind of are very different. Like, she's kind of like one of those people who likes Twilight. I'm not saying there's anything bad against that, obviously, but I'm just saying, and she likes like rap, I guess, like Usher and shit. But and I'm not really that kind of person. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you know, we shouldn't be too similar on music taste in movies and shit, because that would be just a really boring relationship, and I don't want to get caught in another one of those where we both just like the exact same thing, which is nice, you know, to have something to relate to, but to also have like a kind of different outlook on everything is still kind of one of those things that are to be desired in a relationship. I don't just want to get stuck wanting the exact same stuff all the time, because it's like, I don't know, one of those things that kind of repeating myself with, where people are like fake and they're just pretending to like shit. Like, I don't even know if I told you guys, but there's this Bright Eye shirt I used to wear all the time during high school, and every time like I'd sit down or something, there'd be like this other girl who was really stupid, and she'd be like, oh my god, I love Bright Eyes, and I was like, oh really, what's your favorite album? And she's like, I don't really know. You know what I'm talking about, those kind of people. It was just really kind of irritating how people are like that sometimes, but it's whatever, I guess. I don't really care. This isn't high school. I don't want to nitpick about stupid shit all the time. Okay, I guess we have to go through this one. Oh, and we're getting attacked back here. And I don't know. And I used to wear that Bright Eye shirt like religiously. That was like my trademark of all things. But it's cool. I'm pretty sure I've had it on a couple of videos where I did my IRL vids, but it's kind of cool. And God, high school sucked. Now that I think back on it, that was stupid. I hated lunch. Lunch was probably my least favorite everything. And holy shit, because you sat there for like 45 minutes, and I mean, who needs 45 minutes to eat? I wish I could have just skipped lunch and just had a class that went over all 3 lunches, because our high school, we had like a college campus, and it was kind of big, and there was a lot of things you could do there. I mean, except for the fact that they didn't let, you know, younger classmen or whatever, they didn't let them usually go out too much. So, but I had only moved to Walla Walla in 2008, which was my junior year, so I only spent 2 years there, which means I wasn't an underclassman when I was there. So it must have sucked being an underclassman there, because it just seems like it'd be one of the worst things to be an underclassman, because you're I don't know, your privileges there are incredibly gymped. So it's just kind of one of those things where you're just like, I don't know. But I mean, I don't know, people here tend to not really like it, but I don't think it was that bad. I mean, there's stupid people, they're the obvious cliques, but for whatever reason I seem to fit into every single one of them just fine. Like, I don't know, like, it's just, it feels weird to say that because I don't see myself really like engaged in any kind of clique. I'm just kind of my own person. I was usually kind of like not really a loner, but I could get along very well with like the jocks and the gangsters and the Mexicans. The Mexicans are a huge minority there. Like that's kind of redundant, like a major minority. But I mean, it was just kind of, I don't know. It wasn't too bad. I mean, because I didn't have a problem making friends at all, and everyone knew me. And actually, for some reason, oh crap, I can't go that way. It was interesting, I guess. It wasn't too bad, but I guess it could have been much better because I didn't know anybody there, and like I already said, I don't really like to say I'm shy, but I just wasn't exactly outgoing, so it was kind of difficult to make friends. I just made more like acquaintances, and while a lot of people knew me, it was kind of nice having so many people know me and such, but it was alright, I guess. I keep talking about that, but it wasn't too bad. And then I played Poker Face acoustically in front of everyone, and it was kind of dumb because it was like I only had like barely even a week notice to get it all rehearsed and down, so I actually had to read it off paper, and I hate reading off a sheet paper when I'm performing live because it kind of detracts from the experience, you know. You guys know what I'm talking about. And yes, it was okay, I guess. It was kind of funny. We had to dance to beat it, and I actually was able to do it, and the people like who knew me didn't kind of found it amusing that I do something so outlandish, something totally not my personality. And I'm pretty sure I have videos of that up on my old Ellison Cruz account, but it wasn't too bad. It was kind of nice. I mean, it was fun, I'll say. And the other guys were nothing like me. They were like jocks. They were like popular, and they had their like cronies all like up in there. You know, oh, here we're gonna probably want to do one of our terraforming. We're gonna terraform our strength probably all the way since we have so much. So here's how you terraform. You can only terraform 100, but we're gonna do it all the way, and you can't choose any other ones, as you can tell. So all the ones that are gonna spawn here are gonna have strength, but we have to sacrifice our seedlings, and they take kind of a while to do that. As you can tell, they're doing it kind of slowly. But while they're doing that, we can go ahead and send all of our troops in the center. So yeah, and that was to be Mr. Wahai, which is kind of funny. I didn't win, of course, because it was kind of more like a popularity contest, and the judges were teachers that I didn't have, and all the other kids, or all the other contestants, I should say, did have them as their teacher. So I don't know, it might have been slight favoritism, but I don't really mind because it would have been really embarrassing to have won, and I'm kind of like the least likely candidate to have won that in the first place. So in a sense, I'm kind of glad I didn't win because I didn't want that kind of pressure. I didn't want to have to deal with that. So anyway, let's get these last guys, and then after that, I don't really know. It was kind of close to the end of the year there, and it was kind of, you know, kind of mellow end of the year. I kind of went out with not so much as a bang as I did with kind of just slid through, you know. It wasn't nothing too bad. It was whatever. I didn't really pay much attention through high school. I didn't really like those years of my life where it was nice having those friends, but those are long gone. I barely talked to any of the people I talked to in high school, which is kind of a shame because people I talked to in high school were the only people I talked to, you know. But now I don't even talk to I talk more to people I don't know than to people in high school. Mostly now it's just like people with work, which, you know, is nice because there are adults there and I can actually have nice conversations, but I don't like have like deep, meaningful conversations. Not that I did with people from high school. It's just they're kind of, in a way, easier to relate to than the people in high school, you know. But it's not really so much a big deal because I don't really mind it. But because a lot of the people at our store, we have a really small Safeway, and it's kind of, I don't know, it's mostly run by teenagers almost. Teenagers, like old teenagers and like in their early 20s and stuff like that, but they're not like very many adults, and if they're adults, they've been there for like 15-20 years. It's kind of funny, but I don't know why they're hiring so many like kids, which is really weird, but I don't really mind because I'd rather work with kids because the other Safeway has like a bunch of old people working there, so I guess it kind of evens itself out, but I don't really mind it because it's not too bad. So alright, thank you very much. So it's whatever, and I don't want to do this. And I don't really know what else there is to talk about. Our Safeway is really small, but I pretty much know everyone in all of the, like, in the deli and the pharmacy and the meat department / seafood and produce. Like I said, there are a couple of people who work produce, but it's not too bad. So it's cool, I guess. I mean, I kind of like working there, but everyone's asking me when I'm gonna try and promote myself because I've been working there for a couple months. Well, not a couple months, like almost half a year, I think. And because of that, I should be able to do more work. So, wow, we got that fast. Oh, well, hold on. Alright, that was not that long at all, actually, so let's just continue on Quantum Leap. Alright, so, beware the giants. They can trample anybody in their path. Their job is to guard a secret. Tread carefully and find out what is hidden, and be careful. Okay, so here's another one where you can get fucked in the start, so we're going to want to be very careful here. Because depending on where they attack us from, we're going to want to do the swoop-de-whoop on their asses and get their plan while they're taking over ours, because we have some defense plants, so that's pretty good. And, I'm just going to want to probably get that. Actually, let's see what we can do first. We're going to want to... Alright, so let's see what we got here. Because we're going to want to take over as many plants as we can. This one doesn't look too bad. We could probably take this one over pretty easily. These guys are strong. Shit, that's not good. Let's see. So, yeah, I don't know. It's complicated. I just wish, you know, I could just talk to her and just, I don't know, it's just weird. The main thing about her, though, is the fact that, like, she is like a kid, I guess, which is kind of weird, and I kind of wish I could understand more about that, because I don't have a kid, and I've never really been close to having one. I mean, I guess, yeah, I have, but it's not like I was stupid enough to knock up a girl, and I'm not saying that's what happened, because it obviously wasn't. I mean, but she looks to be like one of those single moms, you know, but I don't know, it's kind of weird, and I'd rather not have to delve into such a personal matter so early. We don't even talk. So anyway, that one's being really annoying right now, and it's gonna take kind of a while to probably sap it. So let's see, we're gonna have probably just get up our numbers really fast. Let's probably send one off over here. I don't know if we can afford to be sending off troops. We kind of need all of them right now since we kind of bombarded. Okay, this one we could probably do because this is just a breeding plant. Alright, so, oh, they're just running past us. So yeah, I don't know what else to talk about. I'm talking way too much about my life now. I was talking too much about the game. Now I'm just talking about myself. You guys probably know more about me than, you know, 90% of the people I interact with on a daily basis, which isn't a bad thing necessarily, because you guys probably already know about me just by hearing my voice. So I don't really. Alright, so the other colonies took them over, so let's try and take over the guys who just took over them. Alright, so as you could tell, the different colonies are dependent on their color. So obviously, there we go. So we're gonna probably want to plant some more things there. I think we could probably take this one out once the black guy takes it out. Yes, we can use the black guy's cover. Oh man, we're gonna definitely want this big one too over here. Yeah, you guys probably already know way more about me. I talk about myself way too much here. Like I always keep to myself concerning my personal life in real life. Like, in real life, I'm talking as if we live in a fictional universe that is only accessible through YouTube, and that's not really exactly the case, because I don't know, it's just I'm in my bedroom, and it's kind of easier for me to personalize with you guys if I don't see you. No offense, I mean it's just easier to talk to you guys when I'm the only one talking, you know, because usually I'm like one of those listeners who just listens. I don't exactly talk too much. I don't contribute to a conversation as much as I probably should, because it's just one of those things where I don't know, it's kind of confusing. I'd prefer to be the listener than the talker, which I don't know. I don't think it exactly makes a great trait in a Let's Player, but you know, it kind of helps, I guess. I've found that since I've begun LPing, I've been a lot like smoother in my speech, even though it seems less smooth right now. I used to just like stumble my words over okay, there's irony for you right there. I used to stumble over my words all the time, and I still kind of do. But when I was a child, I learned English a bit more, or I mean Spanish a bit more than English starting out. And my dad was he spoke a bunch of English, and very poor English, I might add, and it wasn't the greatest, but it wasn't exactly terrible either. So I mean, it was okay. I mean, I don't exactly remember it as much as I should, But as far as I remember, it was really funny how he talked. His speech always kind of reminded me of Jackie Chan, which, you know, we used to watch like Jackie Chan movies when we were younger, and his English overdubs were always like hilarious, just because. And I don't know, it was good times, I guess, but it wasn't too bad. I mean, the way he'd pronounce stuff sometimes and the way he couldn't pronounce that stuff sometimes was really funny. He didn't have like a Mexican accent, but he had like a kind of like his like southern Latin American accent, you know what I'm talking about. It wasn't like Garcia Hotspur, you know, but it was still kind of funny. And I don't know, I haven't really talked to him in like months now. Every time he like tries calling or texting, I'm usually either asleep or I ignore him. So that just goes to show we don't live together. We don't exactly see eye to eye together on certain subjects, on most subjects. He's kind of mad I'm not going to college, and I don't know, he's just very difficult, and he gets mad often. He drinks, he smokes. I don't know. I feel like I'm turning into him, you know, but it's unfortunate because I don't know, as much as I hate to admit it, I feel like I am, because every time I come home from work, I just don't want to be bothered. I just want to lay down, sit down, have my cup of coffee, and just enjoy, you know, watching Netflix or doing something that doesn't require other human interaction. I don't know. I'm going to try my best when I'm older not to be anything like him, you know, because I don't know, I kind of want to treat my kids well if I ever have kids. I mean, I hopefully will plan on having them, but I mean, it's not like one of those things where I plan on not having, because, you know, there's those people who are always going to be like, oh no, I'm not going to have kids, screw that, I don't want responsibility. But actually, I'm looking forward to the prospect of having that kind of responsibility, you know, kind of having a little Ellison running around, long hair in his eyes, running into walls and shit like that. But oh man, I can't wait for that day to become a father, you know. It sounds really stupid to say, but I don't know, I'm nearing that age, and I think I could handle it. Like, I'm ready almost to handle it, but like I said, I'm only 19, and maybe it's a little too much to be thinking about right now because I'm not even in college, and I'm not even sure what my career is going to be. Like I probably have said in the past, I hope to hopefully become a filmmaker of sorts. I'd rather be the director than the actor, as you guys could probably notice by a couple of my videos. I'd rather kind of direct people, use the camera, get those, I don't know, artsy shots or whatever, and I'd rather do that aspect, write the story, write the characters, maybe write the dialogue. I kind of overthink dialogue a little too much. Like, I make it either flow too much or I make it too archaic, or not archaic, probably too formulaic, where everything is just kind of too similar to each other, and it's kind of like robotic almost. Like I don't know, I've probably said this, but people have said my vocabulary is very bookish, and it kind of is, because I used to read a lot when I was a little kid, and I don't know, a lot of my vocabulary stems from having read so much as a kid, and I usually use words that are not common in English dictionary. Well, I guess are more common in the English dictionary than in the natural, you know, dialogue. But it's okay, I guess. I mean, I don't really mind it. It's just kind of annoying when people have to point it out to me, because it's just really annoying. Holy shit, we're gonna need a lot of people for that. So yeah, I don't really know what else there is to say on that subject, except, I don't know, maybe hopefully I'll make it big. It looks like YouTube would be my only outlet so far, because they don't really tend to do very many like film festivals here. They do a couple, but I don't have, for one, the money for a good camera that would allow such a thing, because in case you didn't already know, all of my equipment, my recording equipment, is really old. Like this hot pog I've had here, I've had it for like 2 years, but all the equipment I run it on is like really not good to be running like such a high powered device. Like even if I was upgraded to like 2009 computers and stuff like that, it probably would double my, you know, effectiveness of my videos. But I think for what I have, I'm doing fantastic, considering all the shit that goes wrong with recording and stuff like that. But it's whatever. I'm not really bothered with it at the moment, I guess, because I can deal with it. It's not too bad. So yeah. And I don't know, I usually just do like gameplay videos, as you guys have seen. I don't really utilize it as well as I should, so I don't know. What I need is a new camera first and foremost. I already bought a new one, but right now I'm looking, I'll probably be able to get a new upgrade soon for that, because I've just been saving my money. I haven't been buying much. You know, the newest thing I bought was Catherine Deluxe Edition, which was pretty fucking sweet. I'm stoked to, actually I already opened it, and I'm wearing the shirt right now, the Empty Heart shirt, but it's kind of cool and I like it. So and that's cool. Probably end up being Let's Play 10 or 11 or something, because I've already got a 10, another one planned out, something that I haven't quite done before in terms of style and recording, so I don't know how that's going to work out, because it might be a little difficult to get it the way I want it to be, but we're going to have to see, because I'm not sure how that's going to work out, so we're going to have to see, and I'm still undecided on that front, so I'm not sure if I want to go through with it quite yet, even though I've already recorded the preview video, which turned out very well considering what it is, and I'm not sure what the reaction is going to be, so we'll see. I mean, I don't know, I'm still deciding on that fat frontier, because it's not a very easy decision to make on what LP you want to kind of announce doing, because I don't know, I have like 600 subscribers, 650 subscribers, and not all, I mean obviously not all of them even watch these, like, because I don't know, just one of these days I just want to get more views than subscribers I have. I mean if I mean, I don't know, it's just, that's why I don't really like putting my link in like videos anymore to say go subscribe here, because it's pointless to have subscribers who don't watch, because it's just a number that you hope you'll achieve more with, but you never do. So it's just kind of irritating. It makes me sad sometimes how I'll have like, oh yes, a new subscriber, but you don't know what they subscribed from, because some of my more popular videos already have my link in them, and you don't know if they're coming from there or not, or what. So the point is moot, because I don't put it in the descriptions anymore, and I'd rather just have the people watch because they want to watch, rather than asking them to subscribe, because those are obviously two very different things. So and it's kind of saddening, because I know I probably my style has kind of been like not the same as it has been. Like, I don't know, it feels like it's the same, because I can watch my Majora's Mask LP, and it seems like I'd be able to comment like some of the lines I say I find myself still saying, or I'd be able to kind of remember, because I don't know, it's just some of the like punchlines I've made are really like funny, because I already knew I was making them. So I don't know, it's funny. I enjoy watching my old LPs. I mean, they're enjoyable. They're not like terrible as some people's second or third ones are. I mean, I guess technically that Majora's Mask LP. Well, holy shit! All right, so here we can get an achievement really easily here, because this is one of these one of those asteroids where we'd be able to. No, don't want to go there. I said don't, because this is one of those asteroids where we can power it up all the way and get that get this asteroid maxed out. So once it gets maxed out, we'll get a new trophy there, so that's good news for us, and this is going to be our most powerful planet, because it's going to have full everything. So we're going to have this one be its own area. We're going to actually going to have these ones go over here. I'll have the rest go to this middle one and start branching out. I probably should have sent them all in different areas, but right here we'll have you guys go over here, so we can start taking out that little baby planet. Oops, didn't want to send them over there. Wrong planet. So yeah, and what was I talking about? Yeah, I enjoy it. I don't know if that's a weird thing to enjoy watching my old Let's Plays, but I do like watching them sometimes, like a couple episodes, and just kind of remember what I was talking about. What is this stuff? Alright, so laser mines destroy seedlings mercilessly. You must conquer this asteroid and take this weapon from our enemy. So here, it looks like, was it these guys that had it? I can't tell. Whatever, we'll take them over again. So, this is a terrible planet right here. This is a terrible planet. What was I talking about? Yeah, Majora's Mask. And even some of the Lenoir episodes, like, they feel so old to me, but even though I've only recorded them a couple months ago, I don't know, I've been, like, my Prince of Persia LP was in like May of last year, so it seems like it's been so long since I've started, but at the same time it feels like I've been doing this for such a long time that I'm like an expert, well, not an expert, I guess I should say, it should be, alright, thank the growers! You have uncovered a mighty secret, use it well, conquer the 4 giants, so now we have flowers and mines. From now on, your Dyson trees can produce flowers. Flowers can be plucked and planted, they can also be sent to other asteroids. Flowers are planted with D-pad. Once planted, the ability to grow with laser mines, you'll need an adult defensive tree first. So yes, you need to have a defensive tree. So send laser mines to attack enemy armies and watch them reach out. So these are very good once you know how to use them. You'll be able to select them like this, how it's selected on the tree, and we can, well, there's the mine, but we can select the flower. I said we can select the flower. Okay, maybe not yet, but does this one have a flower? No, it doesn't. So Alright, so what was I even talking about? I keep getting distracted and sidetracked and all over the place, which is annoying, but alright, come on, let's pick that. It's kind of annoying to have to pick them like that, but I don't know. That's all we can do at the moment, so we're gonna have to take this one over pretty soon. Did this one not? Oh, this one did. Maybe I already got that achievement. Whatever. So anyway, yeah, this is turning into kind of a long episode. I apologize, you guys, and I've been talking a lot. Like, I've been talking mercilessly on your guys' soul. Hopefully it's interesting, at least, because I've just been talking. I haven't really put much, I mean, I guess I have put thought into what I was saying, but I haven't been like actively monitoring my speak, because it's like 5:30 in the morning. I have to work in a couple hours. I already recorded Shadows of the Dams, which I feel like was already kind of uninspired commentary. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like episodes 2, 3, and 4 are gonna be kind of boring, because I don't know what to talk about in those, because there's so much commentary and it's already so much other shit going on in that game that it's hard to keep like a single train of thought. And when here, you know, it's just kind of the same thing over and over, and you can just mindlessly drone over it, and the only thing that'll be able to save you is the fact that you're able to kind of concentrate on a single line of, you know, like a single thought, instead of having to change it up every single time to accommodate the game, because the game has just been basically the exact same this entire time. But in Shadows of the Dam, we're learning so much new stuff about the game, about the, you know, the game and the story, that is hard to be talking about something and being able to concentrate on that. So I apologize for that. I might go back and record some of the dialogue, even though I rarely go back and do post commentary, because that's just, it seems kind of, I don't know, I hate to say it, like kind of sleazy, but that's probably a very poor word for that, because it's not really sleazy at all. It's making sure you put out good content that doesn't bore the viewers. And I feel like my voice right now is already kind of feels like it's boring to listen to. I've already, I don't know, I talk too much, or I don't talk enough, and it's always, you know, these extremes with me. There's nothing nobody can really do except for endure it, I guess. I mean, what else are you gonna do? You're just gonna turn off the video, it's already half an hour long, or you're just gonna run away and you're gonna face your fears of everything. But I don't know. It's so we took this one over quite easily right there. Not too bad. Or did we? Yeah, we stabbed that shit fast. Ugh. So I don't know what there is to talk about now. I've talked about myself to an extent. I hope I don't repeat any of it in other LPs. Maybe I might end up doing it, because you never know, like, when some famous guy's gonna drop the Ellison bomb, and everyone's gonna be like, oh my god, Ellison, you're so cool. But I doubt that's gonna happen. I mean, I don't really care if it does, because I'd rather have a few devoted viewers who genuinely enjoy my work than other people who like me because someone else liked me. Stuff like that, you know. I'm kind of like, I don't know. If you guys saw that movie Airheads with Adam Sandler, Brendan Fraser, and Steve Buscemi, how he kind of just how they like took over the record shop, the, what was it, the radio studio or whatever. They took that over, and one of their demands for having the hostages released was to get a record contract. And Brendan Fraser's character really wanted to do everything like the right way, you know, like getting signed for being good instead of being signed for the sake of being signed and not having hostages be killed, even though they were holding up the entire radio station with, I guess, water guns, I think they were, even though they put in like hot sauce, which is really stupid, but it was kind of funny. And I don't know, it was a kind of a good movie, like a kind of a good sit back, mindless movie. It had Chris Farley in it, or I think it was Chris Farley, and I don't really enjoy, like, I don't know, I hate saying I don't enjoy something because of like a certain actor, because there are good actors who make bad movies and vice versa. But I don't know, this movie, I don't really like watch Chris Farley, but apparently a lot of people who do thinks he's a bad comedian or something, and I didn't really see he was so bad about it. He was like kind of a minor character for one, and it was a 1994 movie, so it was before any of the characters were really big, except for, I guess, what the hell, why are you going back there? Because Steve Buscemi was in Reservoir Dogs before being in that movie. I'm pretty sure Reservoir Dogs, I think that was like well, Pulp Fiction was 1994, and so was Airheads, and that just, I'm really confused on the timeline. I think Reservoir Dogs came after Airheads, actually, so that was kind of my bad right there. Are we getting taken over here? No, we're not. So there's that for one. And I don't know, it was a cool movie, I guess. I didn't really watch it. Like whenever I watch shit on Netflix, I just don't like pay attention to it. I just let it play in the background and then just do whatever. That's pretty much what it's been like for quite a while, but it's not too bad. So, and I kind of actually feel like I absorb more of the film when my conscience is not focused on it, you know. But so anyway, we're almost done with the sector. As you can tell, we've done quite a lot. We've got quite the army amassed. So let's start sending these guys over to do some dirty work. We can start sending 2 private... Ooh, shit, that one. Alright. We're gonna send these guys over here, and we're gonna start fighting our way up here. We're gonna diverge all of our forces to meet on the single point right here. And I should probably zoom in a little bit. I haven't done that in a while and look for artifacts, but I don't think there are any, so... there might be, but who cares? Oh, there it is. Speak of the devil. All right, so okay, we know this. All right, this appears to be a tiny ship trapped in temporal stasis. It cannot be freed. Speaking of which, this is kind of a spoiler, but I already plan on having another 0.5 LP to be done after Shadow to the Dam. You know, guys, how I do the 8.5. Well, the 9.5 LP is probably going to be Insanely Twisted Shadow Planet, and I was actually planning on doing that after No More Heroes, but I ended up not getting around to it because I felt like doing this one, and I wanted to wait until this hit the PSN network and that wasn't even until October. So there's that, and I already have it on the Xbox, so it can wait, but I just felt like doing it and then having that be done. So we'll be doing that next, and the reason for I said speaking of which was because that game actually came out. It's rated E, but the add-on it came out with, the Insanely Twisted Shadow Hunters, is rated M, and I'm not exactly sure how many games have been rated lower than the DLC they've been presented with. I mean, you would think kind of like it was just really weird to see, because it doesn't seem like that'd be such a thing for a rated E game to have M-rated DLC. Like, that kind of just struck me as odd. And the game itself is pretty dark. It's not like one of these happy ones. It's actually really kind of like dark, like I said. So here we've got over 1,000 seedlings amassed here. Damn, look at this like orgy of sexual sorts. Alright, we're gonna sap these guys pretty quick here, and we've already won. Great. Alright, the heart of this asteroid belt has revealed its secret. We have learned much and gained a new weapon. I must send you further into treacherous territory. It's time to face the outer colonies. Oh, great. So wait, you're telling me you knew about these colonies, but you didn't bother telling us? You made us go into the wild, so to speak. Alright, so there, 42 minutes. Holy shit, that took a while. I apologize, you guys. I don't know. I was just talking. I was just gathering colonies. But here, these ones, the earlier ones, are going to be shorter than the final ones. It's like in each chapter, they're going to get progressively longer. So this one's going to be shorter than the last one, simply because this was the last one. So anyway, that didn't really kind of work out here. It's kind of a, constant line. But anyway, next time on Eufloria, goddamn, we're going to probably do 11 and 12. I'm not exactly sure yet, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm sorry for the long episode and for the deep visual insight into my life and my problems and my desires and my loves. Might touch upon that subject another day. It's kind of hard to narrate about that in an action game like Shadows of the Damned and such, but anyway, I love you guys for watching. If you've made it this far, then you're amazing. I highly, appreciate your viewage and your enjoyment, because obviously I don't think you'd get this far if you didn't at least halfway enjoy watching these, or at least listening to them. I don't know about you guys, but half the LPs I watch I actually don't watch. I listen to them more because I know the game, for one, and for two, I do other stuff, like I said. So anyway, enough talking. I'm gonna probably go to bed before I go to work, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow for episode 5 of Eufloria. See you guys then.